Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I hate your deck. Each episode, we highlight a new commander deck that you get to see pop off in a glorious fashion. We show up, sling spells, and have fun. Now meet our players for this episode.
What's up, everyone? It's Lynch from I Hate Your Deck, ready for another Family Feud edition. Cause I've got the redheaded boys with their dad Barry, who has recently maybe beaten Scary Larry, so he's got the crown on his head. So can we take the crown from your dad? And as always, I love playing paper magic with my friends.
I'm Leo, I'm 11, I'm the latest and the greatest, and I'm ready to kick ass.
What's up, everybody? I'm David, ready to come back and beat everyone.
I'm Barry, here playing Magic for one of my great friends and my two sons, and what could be better?
What could be better?
What could be
so
better?
Let's talk.
I Hate Your Deck would like to thank our sponsor, Marvel Strike Force. Yo, my phone is popping and I just got a message. Hey, I Hate Your Deck. We're celebrating the release of Marvel Studios' Deadpool Wolverine and a wild pool party in Marvel Strike Force. We need your brilliant brain to assign roles to our favorite characters. Who's a DJ, life of the party, BBQ master, snack bar hero. Let's make it unforgettable. Well, challenge accepted. Thanos is the DJ, Deadpool is definitely the life of the party, Wolverine's the barbecue master because he doesn't need tongs, and Magneto is our snack bar hero. This is the Marvel Strike Force pool party y'all don't want to miss, so come join me and let's have some fun. Marvel Strike Force is a mobile squad RPG game that allows you to battle with your favorite team of superheroes and supervillains to save the universe from threats like Doctor Doom and Apocalypse. Your goal is to power up your favorite characters to complete missions, unlock gear and other resources, and beat other players in PvP modes such as Alliance War and Arena. New characters are constantly being released, and this month be on the lookout for the highly anticipated Sentinel team. The Sentinel team will feature Sentinel, Omega Sentinel, and Nimrod. You don't want to miss on these mutant hunting robots limited time character release events this month. You can also unlock characters from Marvel's movies, TV shows, comics, and more. Thanos Endgame is a brand new character inspired by the Marvel Studios Avengers Endgame. Who you bring into this fight in the superhero game matters. Pair up your specific heroes and villains in squads to form synergies to take out enemies. Experience groundbreaking RPG gameplay cinematics in the superhero game as your squad is able to release dynamic chain combos with a single tap. Download Marvel Strike Force for free using the link in the description or simply scan the QR code on the screen. Also, once you're in the game, don't forget to celebrate the release of Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine by downloading the game and unlocking Deadpool and Wolverine for free using the limited time promo code.
What could be better?
What could be
So let's
better?
talk about what commanders we're gonna do. I'll go first. Mairsil the Pretender. 1 colorless, blue, black, red. Human wizard, legendary creature. When the Pretender enters the battlefield, you may exile an artifact or creature from your hand or graveyard and put a cage counter on it. Pretender has activate abilities. If all cards you own in exile with cage counters on them, you may activate each of those abilities only once per turn. I got a lot of creatures and artifacts that have a lot of abilities, so I'm hoping to get a lot of cage counters, so even if you remove the Pretender, I can still get access to those awesome abilities that I've exiled.
I have two commanders with me today. One of them is Numa, Jiraga Chieftain. Numa is a 2 colorless, 1 green, 2/2 elf warrior that says at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay XX, and when you do, distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of target elves. In part, I can have 2 commanders, that's why I have 2. Nadier, Agent of the Duskanel, is a 5 colorless, 1 black, 3/3 legendary elf warrior that says, whenever a token I control leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Nadier, Agent of the Duskanel. And when Nadier leaves the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 green elf warrior tokens equal to its power. So my whole deck is making a lot of mana, putting a lot of counters, and hitting you for a lot.
Okay, I see you, player.
Today, I'm going to be playing Sheoldred the Apocalypse. It is a legendary Phyrexian creature, 4/5, costs 4, and it has Death Touch. And it says, whenever I draw a card, I gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. My plan here is to draw a lot of cards, maybe have my opponents draw a lot of cards, which sounds bad, but they actually lose life. So hopefully it all works out in the end. I have all the life and all the cards, and all my opponents are dead, and I win.
I legitimately do hate that deck. I do, however, love this deck. Chatterfang Squirrel General, he's just a 3/3 with Forest Walk. If 1 or more tokens would be placed under my control, I get to create those tokens plus that many 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. He also has an ability where for a black, I could sacrifice X squirrels and a target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. Let's see what I can do. A lot of combos in this deck. I hope you guys are ready for some spice.
See who can close it out the fastest.
That's right.
Hey guys, if you can support our channel, it's a huge help by joining our Patreon so we can keep bringing you content every other
Friday.
That's right. And I'm in the Discord, and we got also, you can check out Eiley and Larry, and sometimes these guys lurk in the Discord. So come and play with us in the Discord or chat it up. Until next time, let's get to it.
I hate your deck.
All right, so roll to see who goes first. 3.
2.
4.
Are you kidding me?
Got 7.
I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play a forest, tap that forest, and play Yenwar Elves and pass the turn.
Draw a card. Play Thundering Falls tapped. When it enters the battlefield, I surveil 1, so I can look at it, and if I don't like it, put it in my graveyard. I will leave it on top. Pass the turn.
Draw a card. Land for turn. It'll be a Marsh Flats. I'll tap it, pay a life.
Tap it, crack it, take it.
Overgrown Tomb will come into play untapped. That'll cost me 2 more life. I'll tap for 1 black mana, and I will cast a Viserys Seal. Pass
Sack
turn.
outlet on board is not bad. Okay.
Draw. I'm gonna play an Ancient Tomb, and I'm gonna do my own turn 1 play. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna take 2, and I'm gonna play a Howling Mine. At the beginning of each player's draw step, if Howling Mine is untapped, that player draws an additional card. I will pass the turn to you, Leonardo.
I'm already liking you much better. Let's do this. Come on,
we
thank
should
you.
be
Thank you,
friends.
David.
We should be friends.
That
That was
seems
not
good for now. Watch
I
what
need it for
happens.
now.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Because of that, I draw an additional.
Howling Mine. Thank you, David.
I'm going to play a swamp. I'm going to pay 2 and play Priest of Titania. I can tap, add a green to my mana pool for each elf in play. Play this ability as a mana source. So right now I have 2 elves, but I can't tap that yet because of Summoning Sickness.
I'm assuming he has a lot of elves in that deck.
David, I'm gonna move to combat with a 1/1 against you.
That was really rude. And considering I played the Howling Mine, I'll take 1, and I'll remember that.
Brotherly rivalry is real. Are you passing?
Yes.
Untap. Draw for turn. Draw. Draw 2 cards because of Howling Mine, so that was my second card. I will shock in my Blood Crypt. I will tap 2, and I will cast a Dimir Signet that pays 1 colorless, tap it to get blue-black, pass to Berry.
Draw 2 cards. As Blooming Marsh comes into play untapped because I have 2 or fewer other lands. Move to combat and swing at you, Mike.
Take 1. Go to 3/7.
Turn.
I will untap, upkeep, draw 2, play the Prismatic Vista, crack it, get a swamp, tap it, crack it, sack it. How's everybody liking their hands? We good?
No.
Good stuff?
What do you got? Dark Teal?
I'm gonna pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw 2. Play a forest for turn. I'm going to pay 3, play Wood Elves. Wood Elves says, when Wood Elves enters the battlefield, search my library for a forest card, put that card onto the battlefield, then I get to shuffle my library.
Any responses?
Nope.
No.
I will tap 3, taking 2 damage from my Ancient Tomb. Go for the throat on your Priest of Titania.
In response, I'm going to tap it for 2.
This isn't.
So I have 2 green men.
Let me throw a dice at you. Abuse.
Catch.
Throwing.
CBS.
I'm going to also shotgun my shock land. I'm going to tap that using the 2, cast Numa.
Beginning of turn, you may pay XX. When you do, distribute X plus 1 counters among the elves, target elves. Any number. That's pretty dope.
And I'm going to move a 1/1 against you, David.
I'll take it.
Pass turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, I draw 2. 2.
Everyone loves Howling Mine.
David.
See?
All right, Volcanic Island for my land for turn. Let's go down to business. I'm gonna tap this for the right colors. The Pretender is out here. When it ETBs, you may exile artifact or creature card from your hand. So I will exile Arachnus the Omnipotent. Tap to draw 3 cards, or I can pay 2 and do colorless to now return the Pretender to my hand because it changes the name. So this is now exiled, and we'll use this as a cage counter to know that it's a cage counter exile versus other exiles. Pass the turn to you, Barry. Keeping it quick. Keep it fast.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Remember to draw my second card for the turn because of Howling Mine. Play an Urza Saga as my land for the
Foil?
turn.
Yeah, bro, I'm seeing the shiny from here. It's got some rainbows. Your Wizard of Oz over here, somewhere over the rainbow.
On its turn 1, it's just good for generic. Then I can create a construct and then I can go fetch. I am going to pass the turn.
We're gonna pass the turn.
Yeah, and I have to discard for turn, so
Untap,
Rock out with your bling out.
draw 2.
I love you love the deck.
Love it is what I got. I also got a swamp.
Just remember that.
I will tap for 4, take 2, play Sheoldred, the Apocalypse, and I'll pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep. Sadly, I have to draw 2.
When you draw 2, you will lose 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna go play land, going to pay 3, and because I hate your deck, I'm gonna play Eternal Witness, get Priest back to my hand.
Ooh, smart play there.
I'm gonna pay 2, play Priest of Titania. Move to combat and I pass the turn.
Untap, I'll take it. Draw for turn. Draw second card per Howling Mine.
You lose 4.
Now you can activate your Arcanist Omnipotent ability and draw 3 more cards.
You should do that.
And lose 6.
A meager price to pay for the thrill. If you elect this man president, drawing you a card is gonna cost 5, 6, 7 life per card.
I'm gonna tap this, draw 3 cards.
When you draw 3 cards, you lose 6 life.
I'm greedy,
Isn't it beautiful?
but sometimes you get rewarded. I will play a command tower from my land per turn. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pay 1, and I'm gonna play an expedition map. I'm gonna set up for the future. I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna discard.
You're cleaning up?
Yeah, I think.
Well, if nobody has any answers, I'm gonna have to do it myself. When you go to end step, I'm gonna tap for 3 and I'm gonna beast within that Sheoldred. Here's a 3/3 beast for you, David.
I'm gonna discard the Candle Lamps, a Deserted Temple, and a Flamekin Village for my discard for my cleanup phase.
Got it. Untap, upkeep, draw 2 for Howling Mine. No damage to me. Thanks, David. Go to the second step here. So I can pay 2 generic, create a 0/0 construct. Would be great if my commander was on the board, but it's not. Play Windswept Heath for turn. Tap it, crack it, attack it, bappity bap. Yeah, hit it. Forest is here. That's a bayou. Bayou is a forest and a swamp.
You can buy me dinner first.
What?
The problem now that Sheoldred's removed. Do the unexpected play. I'm gonna tap 4. I'm gonna cast Toski, Bearer of Secrets. It's a legendary squirrel. This spell can't be countered. Also, this 1/1 squirrel is indestructible. Attacks each turn if able, each combat. He's not able this turn. He's got summoning sickness. Whenever a creature that I control deals combat damage to a player, I get to draw a card. Go into combat, attacking with Viscera Seer at you, Mike.
Take it, 26.
My creature dealt damage. I'm going to draw a card. You did that to yourself.
You encouraged it. Your own
I
DNA.
removed it for you.
Yeah, you did. Afterwards. You could have done it before I did that.
Why would I do that?
You're using your whole bloodline to end me.
I'll pass turn.
I will untap. I will
House of
upkeep.
Dragons.
I will draw 2 cards.
You guys
for
are
the
House
turn.
of Redheads.
Play a snow-covered swamp. I will regret my life decisions. I'm going to Scheming Symmetry.
In response to you choosing before we search, I'm just gonna pay 2, and I'm gonna crack the expedition map so I get to search for land and reveal it first. So I'll go find a land card. I get Herbwork, you guys all benefit, huh?
Yeah.
Herbwork seems like a fun one. Just to help keep mana for all of us fun.
Yippee.
Commander's a fun game. All of us now have swamps. Hopefully he doesn't get a Cabal Coffers.
Now you.
I'm gonna choose you.
Oh my God, that was the wrong answer.
I have blue and I'm untapped. How do you know that would have resolved if it wasn't me? We both search, right?
Yeah, you both search. The wrong answer because it's not me. David gets to choose 2 target players. Each of them search their library for a card, shuffles their library, and puts that card on top of it. I'll be the official reader of all Magic cards for all players from now on.
Official announcer.
I will tap 2. I will take 2 damage and play Lightning Greaves. Equipped creature has haste and shroud. I will equip 0 to my beast, and I will pass.
Untap. I'm gonna upkeep and I'm going to draw 2 cards. Thank you, David. I'm gonna play Yanor Waste. I'm going to pay 2, not losing a life, and play Elvish Warmaster. Elvish Warmaster says, whenever 1 or more elves enter the battlefield under my control, I create a 1/1 green elf warrior token. This ability triggers only once each turn, and I can pay 7. Elves I control gain +2/+2 and gain Death Touch until end of turn.
In response, I will tap. Oh, do you have any responses?
No.
I will tap 2, and I will Infernal Grasp Priest of Titania, and I will lose 2 life.
I'm going to tap this for 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Boom. There you go. What are you doing with
Both
that?
times you've killed it, David. I'm disappointed.
I know.
I'm going to pay 2 using this 4 and cast Nadier for 6. Oh, not yet.
Yeah. So token comes out right now
Yes.
on the enter for
Elvish
Elvish.
Warmaster.
I'm going to move to combat, pay 2, 1 counter on Nadier.
He's wide open. I have a 1/1 indestructible. He's got a 3/3 beast.
I'm going to move everything into you, Mike.
Total damage.
6 total.
I take 6.
2 is commander from Numa. We can give it the leaf.
I pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Draw the second card. Play Mana Crypt for turn. Play Herbwork for turn. All right, I think I'm gonna pass the turn. I
Untap.
had to go to cleanup. Buried alive in the graveyard. It's you.
draw. When I draw, this goes to 3. That means I get to put this in my graveyard and go search my library for an artifact card with mana cost 0 or 1, put it right onto the battlefield. With that on the stack, I'm gonna tap it for 1 more mana. So I'm floating a generic, this goes away. I'm gonna get a Soul Ring out. Do have that 1 floating. I think the play here is to cast, tap 2 generic, use my generic floater, cast Chromatic Lantern. It lets me tap for a mana of any color, lets my lands tap for a mana of any color. And
So now they're all basically green in addition to I already made them all black.
yeah, with that, I think I have to move to combat. I do have to attack with Toski. Mike, I'll attack you with my 1/1 Toski. He's indestructible, but I have to attack him.
So block.
Yep, nothing happens, just following the rules. I'm gonna pass turn.
Great. I will untap, upkeep, draw 2, play a snow-covered swamp.
Oh, I had to discard. I'm gonna discard this Verdant Command.
Okay.
I will tap 6 mana and play Bolus's Citadel. I may look at the top card of my library at any time. I may play the top card of my library if I cast a spell this way. Pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. Then I can tap, sacrifice 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. I will look at the top card of my library. I will play the top card of my library for 5 mana
I'm gonna respond to that cast.
to the cast of this. Okay, it is
Yeah.
Sanguine Bond is what I'm casting.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap 4 and cast Immortality Spear on Bolus's Citadel. I'm gonna destroy target non-land permanent.
And the
I'm
shit
gonna
that
look at the
goes-
top card of my library. I cannot play that. That sucks. Yeah, it resolves.
Untap. Oh.
Daddy's got a dad, man.
Okay.
He's got 2.
Draw 2, Yavimaya Hollow, which is a legendary land that says add 1 colorless mana to my mana pool, or because the Urborg, add a black, and I can pay a green and regenerate target creature. Pay 3, Branching Evolution. Response?
Nope.
So that enchantment doubles your 1/1 counters?
Yes, so anytime I would put a +1/+1 counter, I would put that twice as many. So if I would put 5, I would double it to 10. I can't. I'm 1 short.
You got plenty of mana.
I'm 1 short.
That's how short kings roll. Always 1 short.
Move to combat. I'm gonna pay 4 to put 2 counters, which doubles to 4 on Nadier. 8/8. I move with a 1/1 and 8/8 against you, David.
And what about with the rest?
I'm gonna move 2 2/2s at you, Papa, as well,
Okay,
and leave these up for block.
smart. I'm gonna take 4 damage.
I will block Nadier with my 3/3 and take 1 damage.
Why does my elf not die? I pass.
On your end step, I'm gonna tap out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna cast Vampiric Tutor with that on the stack. Psych Rift, baby!
It's pretty shitty, Mike.
When this leaves the battlefield, I create 8 elves.
Does he?
Yep.
Yes, he does.
That's what happens?
That's exactly what he does.
Well, I guess I was getting greedy letting him hit y'all.
Yep.
Now watch the crackback.
Okay, so this goes in my grave, and now I get to tutor.
Yep.
Search for a library. Put the card from my library. All right, so I'll get that card.
You do lose 2 life. for
And now
your
I lose 2 life.
Tutor.
Yep, those are facts. Now I will still respond because I can also,
Put the card to the top.
I'll tap the Pretender to draw 3 cards. Yes, and now I'm gonna go to my turn. Odd, I'm safe.
Odd. No, even. Yeah.
Shut up. I draw for turn. 1, 2, because it hurt me. 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna cast Skittles. Flying Infect 4/4. I can pay a black to have it gain haste till end of turn, and I can play a double black to regenerate it. I'm gonna play the Demir Aqueduct. I'll put the Blood Crypt back in my hand. I'm gonna give Skittles haste. I'm gonna come and hit you for 4 in the air Infect.
I forget infect deals you poison counters.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Now I'm gonna have to discard. I'm gonna put Pendant of Prosperity in my graveyard. Now pass my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
I tried, but I'm at 15 life.
I'm proud of you, Mike.
I'm gonna tap 1. I'm gonna cast a Soul Ring.
Yeah.
I'm going to discard these 3 cards. Chromatic Lantern, Orpheomancer, Viserys. Pass turn, I'm down to 7.
I'm gonna untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to tap Ancient Tomb, take 2 damage, add 2 colorless to play a Thought Vessel. Now I have no maximum hand size. I'm gonna tap 1. I'm gonna play Sensei's Divining Top. Sensei's Divining Top has 2 abilities. Pay 1, look at the top 3 cards of my library, put them back in any order. Then I can tap, draw a card, then put Sensei's Divining Top on top of its owner's library. If I had that in the Bolus Citadel, I probably could have won, but you know, didn't work out that way. I will look at the top 3 cards, 1, 2, 3, and put them back in that order. I will tap 2. I will play a Howling Mine. You guys saw it before. Draw 2 cards on your draw step, and then I'll tap 1. I'll play an Imperial Seal. I will search for a card, put it on top, and then lose 2 life. I'll take the 2 life now, and I will get the card and put it on top, and I will pass.
Leo, Leo, Leo.
I'm not really gonna do much.
You're the only one with this board.
Draw.
8 creatures.
Draw, I'm gonna play a Bayou, and with that Bayou, I'm gonna play Yanowar Elf, and I have 7. Wow. I'm going to pay 6, play Vigor. Vigor is a trample 6/6. If damage would be dealt to a creature you control other than Vigor, prevent that damage, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature for each 1 damage prevented this way. When Vigor is put into a graveyard from anywhere, shovel it into its owner's library.
Vigor's a problem, boys.
Who are you gonna attack?
I'm going to put 2 at you.
Okay.
I'm going to put 2 at you, and I'm gonna put 4 at you.
Okay.
These are 1/1s.
So I can block my 4/4?
And you do that, and his
Chatterfang
token will get 4 1/1 counters.
But you should do it.
All right, so I guess I take 2 then?
I
take
take
4.
2.
I pass.
Tap him, draw 3 cards. Whoa, okay, untap. Odd, I'm safe. Draw 2 cards, I'll take that. I'm gonna play a Swamp for turn. I'm gonna swing Skittle at you for another 4 in the air. You can't block, right? Seared 8 infect. I don't really have any other answers right now, y'all. I'm gonna tap the Mana Crypt into the Dimir Signet, so that's 3, and I'm gonna Windfall.
No!
Ain't no
Mike,
way.
I have all the answers.
What's your answer? Let me see what your answer. What do you got?
You're gonna see
How
it.
many
It's gonna
cards
put
you
it
have
in
in
your-
hand?
10, I have 10.
Dude, I had Meat Hook to just eliminate his whole board and wipe yours too.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, here's
Okay.
I have a response.
Okay.
I have a response. I am not happy with you, man. I'm going to putrefy your commander for that.
Swan Song?
I'm taking a 2/2 bird.
So counter target enchantment instant sorcery spell. Its controller makes a 2/2 bird on the battlefield with flying.
We're discarding, and how many are we drawing? How many you got in your hand now?
9 now.
I discarded Anime Dead and Eternal Witness. No. I'm not very happy with you right now.
Yeah.
I better love these 9.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
I'm not loving these
I'm
9,
gonna tap
Mike.
4.
Yuck.
I'm gonna tap 4, and I'm gonna cast the 1 ring that I just drew, which will give me protection from everything until an end of next turn.
Damn, that sucks. That sucks.
That does suck.
I have 8 cards. I will have to discard. I will discard Xander's Lounge.
Cool.
Untap, upkeep, draw 2. There's a Howling Mine is still up. I'll start by casting Jeweled Lotus, tapping, sacrificing it to cast Chatterfang. That's a start. I'm gonna destroy your commander.
Non-black.
Oh gosh. Well then I'll destroy Vigor.
Stop.
Thanks, Leo.
No.
Destroy Vigor.
Oh, Vigor's dead.
Damn.
Yep.
But
You're a man
when
now.
Vigor dies,
You're a man now. Whenever it dies, shuffle it back into your library, yes.
Get to shuffling, boy.
We gotta make you earn your victory.
I'm gonna tap for a black. I'm gonna cast Nested Shambler. Nested Shambler is a 1/1 zombie. When it dies, I create X tap 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens, where X is Nested Shambler's power. My land for the turn, which will be a Twilight Maya. If I can pump him up, I can get a bunch of squirrels out of him. Let's see what else I can do. I can tap for a green, cast Elves of Deep Shadow. I'll tap 1 and I'll tap 2 generic, and I'll cast Nadier's Nightblade. It's a 1/3 elf warrior. Whenever a token I control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses a life, I gain a life. We'll go to combat.
You're in combat.
I do have a 2/2 bird in the air, and I will attack Leonardo.
in response, pay 1 black and Vampiric Tutor.
So you'll lose 2 life.
Yes.
32.
Too bad. Too bad.
Took the 2, I took the 2 from that.
Pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw 2 cards. perfect. That is, oh my god, so perfect. Cabal Coffers. I can pay 2 and add a black for each swamp I control. I'm going to play a Mox Diamond, and I'm going to discard Urza Saga. I tap 2 colorless with Ancient Tomb, take 2 damage, tap Cabal Coffers to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black mana, use 4 to play Crypt Gas, so I have 2 black mana floating. Crypt Gas has Extort. Whenever I cast a spell, I may play a black or a white, and if I do, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain that much life. Whenever I tap a swamp for mana, I add an additional black to my mana pool, in addition to the mana the land produces. Tap Mox Diamond for a black, use it to play Dark Ritual, so now I have 5 floating. I will tap 1 swamp for 2. I have 7, 6 of it to play Sheoldred the Apocalypse.
In response to you playing Sheoldred, I'm going to play Force of Vigor, pitching Wirewood Symbiote, and take out your Thought Vessel and Howling Mine.
In response, I will add 1 colorless mana to my mana pool. That's the colorless, that's the black. Howling Mine and Thought Vessel will go to the graveyard. I have Sheoldred on the battlefield. I'm gonna tap for 4 more black and use the colorless to play Sizan Perverter of Truth. Sizan Perverter of Truth, 6/5 legendary demon spirit. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses 2 life and draws 2 cards. I have 1 black floating, and I will tap this for 2 more black, play an Underworld Dreams. When an opponent draws a card, Underworld Dreams deals 1 damage to that player. Pass the turn to you, Leonardo.
Untap.
Is David gonna sneak away?
Upkeep, you lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. When you draw 2 cards, you lose 3 life for each of them, losing 6 life.
Oh my god.
Papa's looking kind of dangerous. I'm gonna play Wooded Foothills, crack it. Wait, I drew 2 from that and I draw another 1. Get a forest, take up all of my mana, but I'm going to the Great Hench.
Which only cost you to
1
do that.
off. I pay 1. I'm going to play Fintornels, draw a card, losing 2 life. I'm gonna put a
3
counter.
life, 1 for Underworld Dreams.
Tap this for 2. Play an Elves of, I gain 2 life. Play an Elves of Deep Shadow. I put a counter. I draw a card.
Your floating one is
I'm going to play an Allosaurus Shepherd. Putting a counter, drawing a card, losing 3. Move to combat.
man, oh man.
Attack you, David, with all 8 of my elves.
I'll block 3 of your elves and take 5.
I pass the turn.
You're 5 elves.
So I'm gonna untap, roll for Crypt. Autumn safe.
Upkeep, you're gonna draw 2 cards and lose 8 life. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life from Sizan. For each of the cards you draw, you lose 3 life. 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8.
Okay.
And then
so I
you're-
had the 2 cards.
And then you're gonna draw for your draw step and lose 3 life.
Oh my gosh.
So you're at 2.
Oh my god. I'm gonna play an Underground Sea for turn. Killing Leo no longer is a benefit to me. I'm gonna tap 3. I'm gonna cast Staff of Domination. I'm gonna tap 2. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna tap target creature. I'll tap this.
Cool.
Damn, dude, you're just killing me, huh?
That's the plan.
I was gonna kill you, but now I'm not.
Thank you, Mike.
Barry is the only one who might be able to survive, and he'll have to kind of crack back. So I'll hit Barry for 4 infect in the air.
Okay, so I take 4 poison counters, right? Yes.
And I guess I can do all the rest at instant
Yes.
speed. I'll go to discard. I'll discard the mountain.
All right, my turn. Untap. All right. Upkeep. I have to pay 3 or lose the game. So I'll pay 1 black, 2 generic, pay for that slaughter pack. And then what happens on my upkeep?
Sizan makes you draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. When you draw each of those cards, you lose 3 life each, making you lose 8 life on your upkeep.
And now my draw step, I draw a card.
And you're gonna lose 3. 1 from Underworld Dreams, or 2 from Sheoldred.
Let's see if I can do anything at all. I am going
What are you looking at me like that for? I entered your hopes and dreams.
Literally.
I'm gonna play Undergrowth Stadium as my land for the turn. I have 2 or more opponents. It's untapped.
Yeah, we're still here.
Well, all I can do is a few simple things. I'll tap 2. I'll cast a Bitter Blossom. This is an enchantment, which says at the beginning of my upkeep, I lose a life and I create a 1/1 Black Fairy Rogue creature token with flying. Tap for 2. And I'm gonna cast Abrupt Decay, going to destroy Underworld Dreams.
Fair target, goes to the graveyard.
Non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less is destroyed. Abrupt Decay cannot be countered.
Dope
It's
card.
a great piece of removal for any black-green deck. You've got a 4/4, but you don't have anything in the air, Mike.
I do, and I can untap it.
I'm gonna go to combat and attack you, Mike, with a nested shambler and with a 2/2 bird.
Well, I gotta respond so I don't die.
Yeah.
I'll pay 1, untap, pay 3, untap. So now I have 2 blockers.
So you're gonna tap Staff of Domination.
Sorry, tap again, yes.
To untap your 4/4 flyer.
Correct.
Oh, shucks. Here
Blocks.
we go. 2/2 is blocked here. My 1/1 is blocked here. They die. All right. When the 2/2 dies, my Nadier's Nightblade says that whenever a token I control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses a life, and I gain a life. So I go back to 20. Nested Shambler gets blocked by 4/4. That dies. When that dies, it only has power 1. It says when Nested Shambler dies, I create X tapped 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. So I only get to make 1 tapped one, and then when I make a creature token, I make another one. I'm gonna untap the 4/1, tap the regular one. So I've got 2 squirrels. They got hops. You blocked my 2/2, so
Yes,
that makes it 2 toughness. I'm gonna tap for a black, lose a life, sack 2 squirrels, and give target creature +2/-2. As much as I'd love to kill that, I think the bigger problem is here, Crypt Gas. It's doubling all his swamps. He's already got Cabal Coffers, that's bad enough. I'm gonna do +2/-2 to that.
In response, going to tap my Sensei's Divining Top, draw a card, and put this back. I will.
Your first time you used it this game.
Yes.
When you draw a card,
When I draw a card, I will gain 2 life from Sheoldred.
your Crypt Gas dies.
My Crypt Gas does
we
die.
each lose 2.
When my 2 squirrels leave the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life, and I gain 1
I'm
life.
gonna, in response, tap my One Ring and Mairsil and go out on my own terms.
Respectable.
I'm not gonna
Mike.
die to the squirrels.
I'm not the one that killed you. He's the one that killed you.
No. Yes.
I mean, he did the lion's share.
You know, I wanted to wheel again. I was like, God, wheel of fortune,
should've,
wheel
you
of
should've.
fortune.
Leo, we're
Good
gonna have
job,
to
guys.
remove Sheoldred if we have any chance of surviving. Go ahead, David. It's your turn.
I'm gonna untap.
Just like the kitchen table, guys. It's just the 3
just
of us
us.
now.
Oh, just like the kitchen table.
And I don't have
Back
Urborg
home.
anymore. That sucks.
So does his end do
Wait,
you
wait.
damage? To
We
you
should
2
put one
damage?
in this.
So here's what's gonna happen. Upkeep, I'm gonna lose 2 life, draw 2 cards, gain 4 life. And then I draw a card for my regular draw step, and I gain 2 life. And then I will play a Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. Tap 1 and play a Mana Vault. Tap the Mana Vault for 3 colorless. Use 2 colorless to play Cabal Coffers, leaving me with 4 black and 1 colorless. I will use the 4 black and the 1 colorless to play Psychosis Crawler. Psychosis Crawler's power and toughness are equal to the number of cards I have in my hand, and whenever I draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life.
I've done everything I can to stop this from the beginning. I hate his deck. This is what it does, man. That Howling Mine would have still been out there. Leo destroyed it. Looked like a dumb play. You would have been dead way faster. We would have all been.
I should have waited for his Underworld Dreams.
Oh man, I got rid of the Underworld Dreams and we're still facing an onslaught. We call this at home like poison group hug.
So what are you doing?
Because I love drawing. All my decks love drawing.
I do.
And he punished.
I'm gonna tap my Ancient Tomb for 2 and tap Nykthos. Into Nykthos and add 4 black. So I'll take 2, add 4 black mana, and tap 1 more to play Hunger of the Ancient One, also known as Exquisite Blood. Also known as Exquisite Blood. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. I will then tap 1, play Sensei's Divining Top. You guys seen it before. And I'll pay 1 to look at the top 3 and put them back in any order. I'm gonna put them back in this order, and I'm gonna look at my graveyard, and
Rough Raggy.
I'm going to pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep.
Upkeep.
Before that trigger, I'm going to pay 3 Putrefy.
That doesn't have any upkeep triggers, so he putrefies it.
Yeah, so Sheoldred is putrefied, it goes into the command zone. I have to pay 4 for it next time. I'll put 2 to remind me to pay the command tax twice. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you will lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. When you lose 2 life, I will gain 2 life because of Exquisite Blood.
And then I draw to normal. I'm gonna play Marsh Flats. Sack it, lose a life, and get Swamp. I will pay 1, 2, 3, and play Elvish Archdruid. Elvish Archdruid says other elf creatures I control get +1/+1. They can add a green for each elf I control. I will pay 3, play Glissa Sunslayer. My bad. When that enters the battlefield, I put a counter.
Draw a card.
I draw a card. When that enters the battlefield, put a counter.
Give him one of the good ones.
I draw a card. Ready for the crackback, David?
Hit me with your best shot, Leo.
I'm going to hit you with... These are 2 2s. That's 10, 13, 16, 19 damage to you.
In response, I will tap this, draw a card, and put this on top of my library. When I draw a card, each opponent will lose 1 life. And
I'm dead. I appreciate you reaching over, though.
I know. Everyone loses 1 life. I will gain 2 life because I will have 4 cards in my hand. So Psychosis Crawler is a 4/4, Sizon is a 6/5. What are you attacking me? What's the biggest thing?
These 3 3s.
I will block Allosaurus Shepherd with my Psychosis Crawler. I will block Finthorn Elves with Sizon, and I will take lethal damage.
Before damage resolves, I will pay 2, gaining 2 life. Heroic Intervention permanents I control gain indestructible and hexproof until end of turn.
So he's killing you?
He killed me.
2 2s, 10.
2 2s.
Because of Archdruid.
All those little, I'm looking at all these creatures I ignored that he still has 5 tokens left from when you wiped the board, and Nadier had all those counters. Holy God.
Yeah, he had 8 originally, and then I killed a couple.
Untap,
You got this, Papa. Pull it out.
upkeep. I'm gonna create a 1/1 black fairy flying creature token, and I'm going to lose 1 life. I have the fairy rogue here. It's a 1/1 flyer. When I create the 1/1 flying rogue, I create a squirrel because of Chatterfang. I'm gonna go to draw. Drawing just 1 card. God, I miss you already, David.
But you're here with your baby son.
I'm gonna play Phyrexian Tower for the turn. It gives me either 1 generic mana, or I can sack a creature and get 2 black mana. You tap 3. I'm gonna cast Phyrexian Altar. All right, man. Leonardo, I pass the turn to you.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. So I'll play Swamp.
We're in the Phantom Zone, bro.
I play Tribute to the World Tree. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under my control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, I put 2+1/+1 counters on it. I'm going to pay 3, Marwyn. Marwyn enters the battlefield. The first trigger I want to happen is this. It's not 3 or greater, so I put 2+1/+1 counters. And then, because of that, I put a 3rd counter and I draw a card. Then I will play...
Think you're gonna do it? Are you getting sweaty?
Yeah.
You excited?
Ooh.
Heart racing?
So I'm gonna tap 5 for Numa, gaining 1 life because I lose that other life. I'm gonna play Numa. When Numa enters the battlefield, it is not 3 or greater. Can you pass me a die? So I put 2+1/+1 counters. Then, because of that, I put a +1/+1 counter and I draw a card. Also, because of Marwyn, whenever I cast an elf, put a counter. So I move to combat. I'm going to tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. Then I'm going to tap for 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 mana. I have 9 counters to distribute amongst these guys.
How many creatures?
7 that I can attack with.
7 creatures.
So you're giving 9 more counters?
9 counters. I get 9 counters. 1 counter on each of these. I have 4 counters left. I'm gonna put 2 counters on these and move to combat with this against you, Papa.
So that's 5 3/3s.
5 3/3s.
5 5.
And 1 7/7. So 7 plus 5 plus 15 is 27.
I'm gonna block the 7/7 with my fairy rogue. I'm going to block the 5/5 with my squirrel. I'm going to block 1 of the 3/3s with the elf. And I'm going to block, and I'll be taking 4 times 3, so I'll be taking. All right, so I'm down to 8. So I take 12 damage from 3 of these unblocked elves.
And then those 2 die that are tokens.
4 of them.
He loses 2 life because you had 2 tokens die.
He loses 2 life. I gain 2 life.
God, it is neck to neck
It's
right
down
now.
to the wire, folks.
Yes.
Dad versus his youngest son.
I pass.
I'll untap. During the upkeep, I make the rogue.
Which then gives you a
With the
squirrel.
rogue, I make a squirrel. Did you hit me for a life?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a card.
Can Barry pull it out?
At this point, I'll play Yanawar Waste as my land for the turn. Tap or a black and a green. I'll cast Assassin's Trophy. I'm gonna get to destroy target permanent and opponent controls, and then you may search your library for a basic land card and put it on the battlefield. Tap. The permanent I'm gonna destroy is Marwyn.
Smart.
You can get a basic land. He has forest, so I can get 3 across, and then I can get 2 more, and then I'm just one mana short. Mana short. If this guy had haste, I could do something. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna attack with Chatterfang, who has forest walk. Unblockable to you. You take 3 damage. All right, so that's that. And
No giant growth?
So you can just swing, right?
Untap, I have a lot of mana. Oh, just what I needed. I could lose the game right now.
You could just go to combat and kill me.
Yeah. Well, okay. Move to combat. I don't know. Put 1, 2, 3. Doesn't even matter. I just swing everything at you.
In response.
Well, I'll just put up 3 blockers on your 3 biggest creatures.
Sack in response.
I'd pay a black, pay a black. Sack this to the Phyrexian altar. You lose 2, I gain 2, but you're dealing with,
Leo, that's what happens when you stick with it. You don't give up. You don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up. How do you feel seeing your youngest son take a W?
He's sharp, man. He needs to clean up his play, but he is sharp with it. He's getting better than I am. We were playing at home the other day. He beat me 3 games in a row, 1-on-1, and
He's good. He's good.
You got it done today, man.
I'm very proud of you that you got that win, and I'm not salty at all.
But we made him earn it.
We did.
You know, he could have killed me. I played the one ring to delay.
Killed me.
I could have killed you, but it just wasn't the right play at the time because me killing you would have handed it to them.
Yeah.
And then I just felt like I didn't want to be kingmaker. I wanted to I was like, okay.
If you didn't destroy my Bolus of Citadel, I had the Thought Vessel on top. I could have played Sensei's top. I would have won right there.
How was it being back?
It's great.
Yeah?
My first win.
There you go.
first win, he's assuming more.
Oh, look at that. How many do you think you're going to get? You ready?
More than him.
Oh, whoa. Sounds like the Family Feud edition of I Hate Your Deck needs to come back for a return to see can David get his crown back
Yes, I can.
from his little brother. Because now you beat him, so that means you have Larry's crown and Barry's crown?
Yo.
Anyways, I know it's late as hell here, so we got to wrap this up. But it was great having you guys out.
Thank you, man.
So glad we got to do a family pod. You wanted to be on the show. You were begging for it. Here you are. We got to do it. And hey, if you want to help support our channel, please consider joining our Patreon so we can keep bringing you episodes every other Friday. Plus, I'm up in the Discord, so let's hang out, let's play some Magic, or let's chat it up. Anyways, until next time, let's hate his deck, and your deck. Peace. If you really want to support I Hate Your Deck, there's a lot of ways to help support us. Number one way is through Patreon. Patreon is a great place where you get to join our community. We have a Discord where we play a lot of Magic with our friends, and there's such a community of people from around the world in our Discord. So if you want access to our deck list, do you want to play Magic with a lot of people from all over the world and interact or help brew your decks, the I Hate Your Deck Discord through Patreon will help you get all that done. Hey, if you've been liking I Hate Your Deck, hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications when we have new episodes coming out. And we also have bonus episodes. If you want to see those bonus episodes that were too hot for YouTube, join our Patreon to check that out.
Hey, it's time for the random Patreon shoutouts. I'd like to thank Algren's channel, Stuart Edwards, and Sunny. Thanks, y'all.
If you want a shout out, you need to be a tier 4 or tier 5 patron where we give shout outs. Now, we love all of our patrons, but it's just one of the perks of being a tier 4 or tier 5 patron. Without you patrons, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we wouldn't be able to keep making content. So thank you so much for helping us make this show a reality, and we're really excited to keep bringing you great content for the years to come. I can't wait to be able to bring my son on the channel once he gets old enough, let me tell you.
I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I Hate Your Deck. Join the I Hate Your Deck Patreon exclusive Discord to get the various benefits and be able to play Commander daily with people from around the world in our global community. I Hate Your Deck.